Thank you. Good morning.
There, we lost audio.
Yep. Your voice isn't coming out. Anthony Alto,
Present.
Don Apuna is excused. Michelle Chungungraber,
Present.
Natalie Wassa. I see you.
Here.
Roger Morton.
Here.
Joe O'Donnell is excused. Edwin Sniffen is excused. Art Tolentino is excused. He's on the mainland. Robert Yu
Present.
and the chair. We have quorum. Thank you very much. This morning, it's a special Board of
There,
Directors
can you hear me okay?
meeting on the update on city center guideway and stations and the procurement and hypothetical funding scenarios. First of all, is there anyone here to testify on this agenda item? Anyone? You guys have anybody? We have some people online, but
Is there anyone online wishing to offer testimony?
Here, just checking. Can you hear me okay?
yeah, I can hear you now, Kika.
Hello, text. Okay, thank you.
So no one online is here to testify as well? Okay, it's my understanding that this agenda item must go into executive session. Am I correct? So, and this is because of procurement. Okay, so I need a motion from someone on the board that we will enter into executive session pursuant to Hawaii Revised Statute 92-4, subsection 92-5A3, to deliberate concerning the authority of persons designated by the board to conduct labor negotiations or to negotiate the acquisition of public property or doing the conduct of such negotiations. And subsection 92-5A4, to consult with the board's attorneys on questions and issues on a matter pertaining to the board's powers, duties, privileges, immunities, and liabilities. And section 92-5A8, to deliberate or to make decisions upon a matter that requires the consideration of information that must be kept confidential pursuant to a state or federal law or a court order. Do I have a motion to that effect?
Chair, I so move.
Okay, and second. Moved by Anthony, seconded by Roger. Any discussion? I think Natalie, you would have a statement at this point.
Yeah, actually, I have a question first. So the agenda item includes hypothetical funding source scenarios. And would you please clarify whether those potential funding sources will also be discussed in executive session?
I don't know what we're discussing in executive session. Anyone can answer that?
I can state, Natalie, that under both procurement law and the Sunshine Law, we're going to need to have an executive session on this. Our intention is after award, which could be soon, that we would release the recording of the executive session, because the executive session only needs to be confidential for as long as those procurement discussions are ongoing. So the intention is not to keep this confidential forever, but only until award.
Okay, so that would include the hypothetical funding scenarios, which to me, I don't quite understand why that would be confidential at this point, but I defer to your legal advice. With respect to the executive session, I'd just like to state that there is this difference between the Attorney General's office and the Corporation Counsel with respect to the confidentiality agreement. And since I have not signed that, I understand that I will not be allowed in the executive session. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Any other discussion, members? Anyone? Oh, I can't see. Who is that?
Mr. Valdez.
Mr. Valdez, you have your hand up?
Hi, when can we do our public testimony? Sorry.
Our what?
Public testimony now.
When can
I
we
had
do our
called for
public
it earlier.
Oh, but yeah, I emailed my public testimony as well, and I sent some pictures over. It's regarding the public transportation, and the rail is good, so I got no problem with the rail. It's good. But just the buses, on the other hand, has a lot of problems, mostly on town side. So is it fine I can do my public testimony now, or is it kind of too late?
Shall we take it out of order?
Yeah.
Because you're here in person, we'll take your testimony. We do not have, as far as I know, a copy of his written testimony. We
I
have
sent
not
it by
received
email.
it, so please present your
Okay.
oral testimony. There is a 2-minute that they'll buzz you at, but please proceed.
Yes,
Mr.
okay, great.
Valdez.
Yes, thank you so much. So I'm just here to say you guys have the best public transportation regardless of ongoing traffic caused by construction, potholes, etc., etc. But because we know that would be later fixed. The road service is so far pretty good on from Kapolei, and it's still clean as of now. But one thing that I have in mind that really needs to improve is we need in-house transit policing, as the crimes rate go up in Honolulu public transit, especially on the rail. We just had a boy got shot on August 9 by an attempted shooter, and also another one got assaulted by a man. Elderly got assaulted by a man on May 1st of this year. Also, our buses are really dirty. So in Kalihi, I noticed like not everybody would notice, but I noticed all the windows on every single buses have grime, scratches, and it may seem visible to others, especially with people that don't have good eyes. But I kind of have a good eye, and I ride buses every day in Honolulu, and I can't really see almost all the windows. It's all grimes, not really clean, but I think the inside is clean. But I would say it really needs to have improvement on ceramic shielding, glass shine on every window on each buses. But if you look at the other hand, Pro City, the buses in Pro City is really good. They're really good at cleaning and cleaning the grimes on each buses. But I know there's some buses that are getting rid of, especially our rainbow buses that we got in 2003. But so far it's so good. But it's also the stop request cords is also in mind that it's too loose. Like the mechanics would put in new stop request cords, and it I had to voluntarily bring my screwdriver, and we tightened them, and to kind of do the dirty work for them, make it tight and not too low, because I noticed most of the buses in Kalihi are all like that. So we tightened them and screwed them with the screwdriver and make it tight so it's not too low on the window. And that's the only thing we need to fix. We need transit policing and very clean buses on this side of the island. But all good. This is all I have for now.
Thank you very much, and we'll be sure that your testimony gets to the right authorities. We don't have jurisdiction over the bus, but we have some friends on the board who do, so we'll make sure that they get your testimony. So thank you very much, Mr. Valdez.
Yes, thank you very much.
Since you made an exception of Mr. Valdez, is there anyone else? If not, we do have, it's kind of awkward because we do have a motion and a second. We've had some discussion. Any other discussion on the pending motion? If not, members, do we have unanimous consent? We do, so we will be heading into executive session. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We're back from executive session. Marie? It's on. I have to give you a summary of what has occurred. I don't believe we need to take public testimony at this point, but just to be sure, anybody who wanted to speak on this issue who weren't here earlier?
Chair,
Yes.
Natalie is not online.
Oh,
Just for protocol.
She's waiting to be invited in.
Yeah, we got it. Thanks, Ron.
She's still not on. Oh, there she is. Natalie, you here? Can you hear us, Natalie? Oh, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay,
I can.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
So what you missed is I said that we were out around 9:30. We're back at about 11:18 a.m. this morning on the one agenda item. We were in executive session, and under sunshine law, I will summarize. We sort of had three distinct divisions. The first was the discussion with our attorneys as to, we're seeking legal advice as to the scope of what we were going to be discussing and what we could ask, what we couldn't ask. The second part of it was recorded, which was the discussion by the board and its attorneys and the Hart administration as to the procurement of this project. And this will, of course, become public as soon as the procurement is awarded. And I just have to note that Board Vice Chair Kika Bukowski left at the end of the second discussion. Then the board continued into another executive session on the question of the legal advice on the board's functions and authority. No votes were taken, and we are out now in back to the public. And again, I would like to emphasize that the discussion on the procurement will become public as soon as the contract is awarded. So with that, members, this brings us to the conclusion of the agenda. Hearing no objection, I'm going to call this meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.